I never thought that we would have a point in time like this. Like this is so surreal. Like I knew we was in the end game, but this is crazy, bro. Like, bro, I can't wait to see the Raws because right now I'm just speaking about the spoilers, but I already know the Raws gonna go crazy for what Worst Gen said about the Clash and how it looked similar to Whitebeard and Ace Clash. It's gonna be pressure. And the point that from what Xebic's saying is that Davy Jones was the king of the world, which I'm thinking is gonna be like king of the ancient kingdom. Because remember, the ancient kingdom got overthrown. So I'm guessing Davy Jones was like king of the ancient kingdom. And Emu, along with 20 other kingdoms, whether he dummy reversed those kingdoms or not is still up in the air. Emu went up against those kingdoms and Joy Boy and David Jones, I'm guessing, and overthrown the ancient kingdom, which is it's gonna be a crazy flashback because this right here, this is just the tip of the iceberg. This flashback we're getting right now, the God Valley flashback is just the tip of the iceberg compared to what we're gonna get when we get the Void Century flashback. That's gonna be a crazy flashback, bro. And from what the mural is saying, that there's a world before the Void Century, which maybe I'm interpreting wrong, but the first world, it seemed like there was a world before Davy Jones, the Ancient Kingdom and stuff. It seemed like there was a real sun god and there was real like supernatural things going on, but it also seemed like I don't know. Maybe I have to reread the mural, but it's some crazy flashbacks ahead after this one. This one is pure heat. You feel me? And people talking about, I don't know if this gonna hold up after we come out of flashback. Like, will we get bored of what's going on inside the current day events? No, no, bro. We got fucking Emu and Gunko's by the Emu releasing hockey all over the place. Nightmare monsters killing him, which I don't get why people try to downplay the Holy Knights. Killing him is a monster, bro. What he's doing, killing him is a monster, bro. Like, I can't wait to see what he can do in his hybrid form. Cause of course his I guess that's like his beast form. It looks kind of goofy. But his hybrid form, right? That's how the hybrid form. I was like, oh man, this dude like a real threat. You feel me? And he's creating an army that's on par the Kaido's army, like in minutes. You feel me? And Gunko's definitely broken herself without Emu. But with Emu, she's gonna be hard to beat. I don't think that the Straw Hats will come out with a win this arc. I don't think so. I think they're gonna lose, and either they're gonna escape or they're gonna lose, and they're gonna have to I don't know. It's gonna be some. Either Brooks gonna talk Gunko back to remembering him or something, and it's gonna break the connection. But I don't see Luffy and the Straw Hats winning. I don't see it because Emu dominated the top six strongest of that era. Arguably the top six strongest. I ain't gonna say of all time, but they're in that top 10. They're in that top 10 for sure. Uh, Going back to spoilers, Xebec completely transformed into a demon. After fighting back, that just show how strong his hockey is. Cause Xebec's hockey is great. It is beyond Pirate King tier. I'm saying that. I know Kaido hyped up Roger's hockey, but I just don't see Roger's hockey competing with what I've seen from Xebec. Xebec, he's a monster in his own right. Maybe Roger inside, like when he finally got to his prime, maybe he did rival Xebec's hockey or near it. Uh, but just the type of monster that Xebec was, he was able to fight it off for at least it seemed like a minute or two before it completely took him over. Where it says he defeated Big Mom and Kaido. Now, put this in context. Kaido isn't in his prime. You feel me? He probably know Conqueror's hockey. which I know people are saying he doesn't. No, he does. If he's hanging around those top leaders and stuff, you feel me? He probably did have Kirkus hockey around this time, but he didn't master his Azure Dragon Fruit yet. You feel me? He haven't mastered that yet. But Big Mom, is she in her prime? If I remember correctly, Big Mom was older than Kaido, and she got all three of her main homies. I Big Mom's a hard one. Big Mom's a hard one. Cause I don't even think she was in her prime when they fought her and Wano. I think that she was still in top tier shape, you feel me? But I don't think she was in her prime. I think God Valley, she was actually in her prime. Or near her prime. She was around there. Kuma saves Eris and Teach using his devil fruit by sending them off. Kuma's really the MVP. Man, Kuma's the MVP, man. And he was just a kid. He was saving everybody. He was saving everybody. He was just a kid. Kuma's really a golden character throughout the whole series. Without him, the Star Hats would have died. All kind of stuff would have happened. Kuma's really a golden character. It's sad that all the stuff that he had to endure being a good person. But yeah, I'm glad that he was able to get Xebec's son and daughter off the island before Xebec had attacked him after fully transforming into a demon. So after that, Emu saying that Eris and Blackbeard is off the island. Well, Teach. So Emu ordered Rocks to kill everyone on the island. Now I'm thinking that's excluding the Holy Knights and stuff, because you know what I'm saying, the Holy Knights on his team, at least. Yeah. So he's telling Rocks to wipe everybody out. So that starts. So you know what I'm saying, that begins the conflict where Roger and Garp begins to fight him. But first, Rocks tells Roger and Garp to kill him. So even now, with him being fully controlled and fully transformed into a demon, he still have some will left in him where he can still speak and talk as himself. Compared to the Giants and Elbath, they're not talking and being themselves. They've completely transformed to demon, and they're talking evilly and acting evilly and totally different compared to Rocks. Rocks still is conscious, but he can't control his body. But yeah, that's just the brief spoilers. It was some extra spoilers that came out by Worst Gen. Let me just see right quick. Worst Gen. Hold up. Some more spoilers by Worst Gen. I'm trying to remember. But yeah, here we go. Sorry about that. But it said Whitebeard was able to block Xebec, and it had caused an explosion similar to and actually slashed half of the island. It was similar to Whitebeard's fight with Ace. I really wish that they adapt that. I really wish they did adapt that, man. Bruh, the Ace versus Whitebeard fight was so goated, bruh. It's crazy that Toei haven't animated that yet. Here we go. And Xebec had told Emu that Davy Jones was the true king of the world, which I already mentioned that already. And then he asked Emu if he's more afraid of Joy Boy or Davy Jones, which proved that Davy Jones and Joy Boy is not the same person. They're two different people. And that goes back to my theory I was talking about earlier, where I was saying that it's a good chance that Davy Jones was the king of the Ancient Kingdom, And Joy Boy was a pirate, just like he was saying. He was a pirate, but he was standing up against those other countries. Uh so I see an alliance between David Jones and Joy Boy at that time back then, which we might get that with Blackbeard and Luffy teaming up against Emu. And then I can see them beating Emu and then Blackbeard betraying Joy Boy. Not Blackbeard. Blackbeard betraying Luffy and attacking him. Uh so yeah. But that's the end of the chapter, One Piece chapter 1164 spoilers. Brief spoilers. I'll be back when some more spoilers release. Thank you for listening.